I planned a big fat Indian wedding in Jaipur all the way from New York. And if you're thinking about doing the same, the hardest part isn't the right outfits or vendors, it's actually finding the right venue. I'm Telugu and my husband's Punjabi, and we didn't want to have our wedding in one of our hometowns. Instead, we wanted a destination within India, and Jaipur was just perfect. Figuring out which venue actually fit our wedding honestly almost made me give up. When I was researching everything online, there just wasn't enough honest information out there. Everything looked so beautiful, but there wasn't enough information telling me who each venue really was actually for. So in this video, I'm breaking down every Jaipur venue I seriously considered and how to think about choosing one without feeling really overwhelmed. I flew all the way to Jaipur to see if the Fairmont could be our wedding venue, and honestly, my first impression was this was unreal. They have these giant doors that brides walk through that make your entrance feel really cinematic. The service is unreal, the food is amazing, and the rooms are pure 5-star luxury. But here's why it didn't work for us. The Fairmont has 245 rooms, and doing a full buyout was just not realistic for our guest count. And I really wanted the entire place to feel like it was completely ours. It's also not a real palace, it's a modern hotel made to look like a palace. And since so many of the events happen indoors, it didn't align with my vision of having a completely outdoor wedding. It's stunning though for a glamorous hotel wedding. Just not the intimate heritage vibe that I had in mind. This is the moment when I thought this could maybe be the one. Samode Palace felt like everything I could have dreamt of. Real Rajasthani architecture, a cozy size of the venue, and rooms that really make you feel like royalty. I wanted all of my wedding events to be outdoors, and Samode Palace didn't have enough distinct courtyards to actually have that happen. Most of the events would have just been on the same lawn, and that's not what I was looking for. The drive from the airport is also really long, and most of my guests were coming from abroad, so I didn't want to make them travel that much. It's really a magical property, it just was not for me. Shiv Vilas honestly looked like a movie set. The driveway alone made me emotional thinking about my wedding. The arches, the chandeliers, the rooms, honestly pure drama. But with our guest count, I really wanted to have a full buyout where everyone felt connected, but the property was honestly too large. Though the indoor venues are absolutely stunning, the outdoor venues were so big that you would have to have a massive decor budget to make it feel nice. It was perfect, but honestly just not for my wedding. The Leela Palace has a restaurant called the Mohan Mahal that's entirely lit by candles and mirrors. No electric lights. If just the restaurant was that pretty, imagine getting married here. It's modern luxury meets Rajasthani architecture with really beautiful outdoor spaces. 190 rooms, it was just too big for the wedding that I was looking for. Do you think a palace wedding in Jaipur automatically costs hundreds of thousands of dollars? Let me show you this stunning exception. Chomu Palace is historic and cinematic in a fraction of the cost of major 5-star properties. You get beautiful courtyards, vintage charms, and photo ops everywhere. It's more 4-star than ultra luxury. It's historic and not hyper polished, but the value is really incredible. Perfect if you want that royal energy on a realistic budget. This venue genuinely broke my heart. Rambagh isn't a hotel that feels like a palace, it's a palace that was converted into a hotel. The outdoor spaces are insane and the history is iconic, and I was so ready to expand my guest count to make this venue work. For our dates, it was fully booked. I was honestly heartbroken, but it forced me to keep looking, and I ended up finding a venue that was perfect for me. On paper, this should have been the venue of my dreams. Perfect capacity, totally private, a 280-year-old temple and private villas. It genuinely checked every single box, and I still think about it sometimes because it was so pretty. But after touring real life palaces, the vibes just felt kind of off. And then we found out that our dates were not available, so it kind of just felt like the universe pointing us in the right direction. For the right couple, this place is definitely a 10 out of 10, just not for us. After touring around 20 venues, everything started to feel like a compromise. I didn't want just luxury, I wanted character, history, and understated elegance. Then I walked into Raj Palace for the first time, and I actually felt like I could see our wedding. With only 50 rooms, it felt like a giant sleepover with all of my closest friends and family. 4 different courtyards with its own unique identity. Food cooked by literal royal chefs. The best food we had anywhere. And the hospitality was on another level. It was the perfect blend of history, luxury, and intimacy. And I genuinely can't wait to come back now as a married couple. If you're deciding between Jaipur venues, comment which ones and I'll help you decide which one's better.